Hi everybody, I'm Rebecca Keppel and I'm here with this fun technique. I saw that Heidi Swap used some modeling paste with her foils and I wanted to see if the Thermoweb foils would work well with some Faber Castell whipped spackle, and it does. It creates this really fun dimensional foiled effect that you can use with stencils to create a really cute background for your cards or layouts or any other paper crafts. So I have a Simon Says Stamp stencil here, and it's an exclusive product from Simon Says Stamp, and I'm using more of those later in this video, especially the ones for STAMPtember, which is a great month where they celebrate stamping with lots of deals, and you should definitely check it out. So I've put the whipped spackle all over the stencil, and then I'm going to peel it off, and you get these cute little white hearts. They're adorable as is, but they're really fun if you foil them. Once they're dry to the touch, they're dimensional, but they're not foiled yet. So we're going to take the iCraft Deco foil. I have a watercolor one, which is really great because it's got lots of colors. So in a stencil pattern like this with falling stars, you get this gradient of colors, lots of blues, some golds, some champagne. It's really, really pretty. So I'm going to put my foil with the color side facing up over the stenciled area, and I'm going to fold it in some typing paper just to make sure that my laminator doesn't get jammed. Just using a basic laminator here. It is a 12-inch wide laminator. I'm going to speed this up so you don't have to watch it go all the way through, but it really only takes about a minute. It's not very bad at all. And once I pull it out, I do kind of let it cool for a second. You can see that it is definitely adhered. And then when I pull it off, you see the gorgeous foiled dimensional stars that we've created for this background. And I love this effect. I think it's so much fun. You can see the shine that you get on this, and it was really quick to do. And that whipped spackle dries fast too. So now we're going to take the stamp set that is from Simon Says Stamp, STAMPtember. This is their Sweet Cake stamp set, and I love this because it has so many different sentiments and elements in it. You have happy birthday, congratulations, you are the sweetest. You have some cakes and cupcakes, lots of things to choose from. So for this card, I think I'm going to use You Are the Sweetest, and I'm going to stamp that on some black cardstock. I'm going to use my Misty here, just to make sure that I get it nice and straight on the cardstock. And then I'm actually going to die cut it anyway, so it wouldn't matter much, but I love using my Misty. So we're going to put the stamp down where I want it on the cardstock, close the Misty door to pick up the stamp. Then we're going to take my anti-static tool and apply it all over this cardstock. I love this cardstock from My Colors cardstock. It's a great black, but it does pick up fingerprints and oils from your fingers and things like that. So definitely use your anti-static here to get rid of that and make sure that the embossing powder only sticks where you want it. Now I'm going to take the Versamark ink. Sorry for showing you that upside down. It's my Versamark ink, and that is my embossing ink, my favorite embossing ink, and I'm going to stamp up the stamp with the ink and then close the door and stamp my sentiment on the cardstock. And now I'm ready to go with my embossing. So I'm going to use my favorite gold embossing powder here, and then I'm just going to empty the rest of it in a piece of scratch paper and tap off the back to make sure all of the excess is dropped off. And there we have it. So now I'm going to return the rest of the embossing powder to my little jar. I'm kind of klutzy where this is concerned, so it was kind of miraculous that I got it all back in the jar. And this way we have plenty for our next project. Now I'm going to take my Ranger heat tool and heat the sentiment until it melts, and then it's nice and shiny and gold and pretty. So for the next step, I'm going to take a dry cloth and wipe away the anti-static powder that is still on the cardstock, just to make sure there isn't any white hanging around and it looks really good. Then I'm going to take a Lawn Fawn banner die and cut out a banner shape from the sentiment. I'm only going to cut the left-hand side. The right-hand side I'm going to leave straight because I'm going to tuck it in anyway. I'm going to grab my Misty again and stamp out a few more images. I have the cake stand here and then the cake. I'm using some Simon Says Stamp inks. I have Cotton Candy for the cake and Audrey Blue for the cake stand. And then we're going to bring our background back in. And I have a Thermoweb glitter dust frame that I've backed with some more cardstock that also has the stencil technique done to it. And I'm going to adhere everything down with the Thermoweb Memory Runner XL. So you see I have the banner in there, and now I'm adding the cake stand and the cake, and I wanted to sort of pop up just the very top of the cake, so I just rolled a little Thermoweb Zot on there and tucked it behind. Now I'm putting everything down on a basic card there, and I'm using my Memory Runner XL again. So this is the technique. You just use some whipped spackle, a stencil, and some foils, your laminator, and you can see you can get lots of different effects. With the birthday card here, I have the silver, I have some gold hearts with a wedding card, and then You Are the Sweetest with that watercolor effect. So I hope you'll try this technique out, and definitely check out everything at Simon Says Stamp, STAMPtember. Thanks so much for stopping by.